All right, y'all, what's going on? What's going on? So today I'm eating leftovers, okay? Okay, so if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe. Even if you haven't subscribed, definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell so you get notifications the next time we post a video. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know things you see us try, things you see us cook. Interact with us because we do like to hear from you. I'm going to say grace and get started. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this food that we're about to receive for nourishment of our bodies and health. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. All right, so I had made this pasta for bro's lunch last week, so still some in there. I got a whole bunch of red beans and rice left, so y'all gonna see that. Listen, this is gonna be a week of me eating at home, okay? I do not plan on getting food from anywhere. I also got a piece of pizza over here because from the Bubby's birthday, still got some pizza left. So this is what we eating, okay? Now, you know, because me and bro was talking, I didn't tell y'all what I did with this. Or maybe I did, I don't know. But I got this vegan pesto from Trader Joe's. So just some regular chicken breast tenderloins or whatever from Croquetto. Some spinach, grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. Cut the tomatoes in half. I also used this other pesto that I had, or did I? Now I think about it, I don't know if I did or not. I had more pesto in the refrigerator and I pulled it out just in case the one from Trader Joe's wasn't enough. Of course, sauteed the chicken. I put some chicken broth in the pan and I cooked the noodles in the chicken broth, and then I added the pesto, added some heavy whipping cream, which I found a vegan or non-dairy whipping cream finally. I don't know, maybe there's always been one or maybe there has been one, but I just now saw a Country Crock makes a plant-based heavy whipping cream, which I would totally use a plant-based one if I had ever seen one, but that was my first time. But now I know I'm about to use that all the time. Only downside is it only came in like a little pint or whatever, so hopefully they'll start making a bigger one, or maybe I can find a bigger one. The stores I shop at usually don't always just have the cow dairy one, but plant-based, I would love to use that one often. Or instead of cow dairy one, so we'll see. I know this is so random. But when I pulled this out the refrigerator, I was like, oh, I got that pizza in there. Yeah, so made the noodles. You know, I took the chicken out the pan, put the broth in there with the seasoning from the chicken. Put the noodles in there, let that come to a boil. Or really beyond that, just until the noodles cooked all the way through. Then I added the pesto, the whipping cream, some cheese. And then put the chicken back in there, the tomatoes and some spinach, and put it on a plate and topped it with some more cheese. And shout out to Yasmin, she sent me the recipe. I think she had made it maybe the week before. the week before I made it. Or whatever week I made that stir fry. I feel like she had made it or sent me the recipe, and so when I went to the store to get the stir fry, I had saw the pesto and I was like, ooh, I can make that recipe. But when I got the stuff for the stir fry, literally the pesto was all I got. So I saw it in the freezer last week and I was like, oh. Me continually trying to come up with stuff to make for lunch, and I was like, oh, let me get this, let me make this pesto that I made. I need to get to Aldi, man. I've been wanting to get some more, some more of these buffalo chicken wings. Me and bro was talking about them, I think. They used to come in a box, and there was barbecue and buffalo. My dad kept boxes of them in the freezer because we ate them. That was like a quick little dinner, lunch, whatever for us on the weekends, or dinner, you know, during the week that we can make for ourselves. Another thing my dad used to get, well, of course he always bought in bulk because it was 4 of us in the house. For the most part, my oldest brother, how many years older is he than my brother? I guess he 6 years older than the brother that y'all see all the time. So I'm at, like, after a while, you know, he moved out or whatever, and so it was 3 of us. And so, like I said, my dad would buy in bulk all the time. So that was one thing I was always in the freezer. We always had chicken patties. Oh man, a chicken patty sandwich would just be hitting, man. And we always fried our chicken patties just before, you know, air fry came out. Otherwise, I would have air fried it. But we fried our chicken patties. Cause stuff breaded, like, I don't know, I want it crispy. I don't want it soft, like. So chicken patties, we always had fries. Always had burgers. My dad didn't eat noodles, but he bought noodles because we did. Well, another thing, I think I talked about this before, but well, I know I have in older videos, but something that we was always blessed enough to have, or we were blessed enough to always have, was steak. My dad would buy a big pack of New York strip steaks, season them up, and put them in a deep freezer individually, so that when you want to, you could just go down there and go in the deep freezer and get you a steak. Like, my favorite thing to do, which I probably still eat my steak this way most of the time, is like, well, I will always put mine in the oven. It was a rarity that I actually put it on the stove. But that was back when I was eating it well done. And so me putting it in the oven would ensure that it got well done. I would cut up some potatoes and put them in there with the steak. I don't know that I always had a vegetable. But my dad's rule, though, usually when we ate, or at least definitely when we all ate dinner together, or any meal together, we had to have a vegetable. don't care what it was, just had to be a vegetable. There had to be a vegetable with the meal. What else? We always had snacks like chips and cookies, but I don't think our chips were always name brand. Actually, I don't think they ever were name brand. Whatever Aldi had, that's what we had. We didn't get Oreos, really. Not often. It was a rarity or whatever, but we got whatever Aldi had or whatever Walmart had. Walmart used to have these like orange cream cookies or whatever. And I told you that I don't really like orange flavored stuff, but I really truly didn't even like these cookies for real. But I don't know, it was just something about them that we just kept, like, we used to tear these cookies up. One of my brother's friends, he used to come and eat all our stuff all the time. He lived right across the street. Well, they all came, but this particular one, he always used to eat all our cookies. And my dad used to be pissed. But my brother friends always used to come over eating stuff, so much so that my dad would be hide. He would hide stuff that they would eat all the time. And one of the things that he would hide was these ice cream Snickers bars. And we knew what they was, obviously, folks that lived there. But he tried to hide them from my brother friends. But Gerald, he always found them. Always found them. It used to be so funny. Gerald, y'all seen Gerald in one video where we surprised my brother. We had a seafood boil, and Gerald snuck into town and surprised him for, it was around his birthday. Was it for his birthday? Now this time was just for kicks and giggles. Now, if y'all remember, or if y'all remember back enough, my brother has a YouTube channel. It's actually like pinned to my, like if you go to my page and you, like, I don't know, scroll down or whatever, I have my family's channels on there. Well, you know, I still got a channel. Well, kind of, sort of, but on one of his videos, when him and Joe, his other best friend, did a video, I recorded Gerald coming in and surprising him. But once I put that clip in my video too. Some video I did around that time, I put the clip of Gerald coming in my brother's room while him and Joe were doing their sneaker review or whatever. And I think who set that up? I think it was Joe. Joe, like, me and Joe kind of orchestrated that, like my Joe had got some shoes and like just played it off like he was coming down there to like do the shoe review or whatever. And I was there. I pretended like I had to go and do something or get one of our kids or something. I was really going to go pick Gerald up from the airport. Anywho, I have to say that Gerald is in an older video. Joe obviously was in that clip too, so. But I mean, Joe would eat stuff, but Gerald and Deontay, boy, I tell you, them two, Deontay was the one that ate all the cookies. Gerald was the one that loved the Snickers bars. He always found them. He would go straight to the deep freezer. That's the thing. They so disrespectful. How they just gonna go? They gonna come in our house and go straight to the refrigerator or the freezer. So I don't know. That was funny. What else? We always had an abundance of bread because we went through a lot of bread. Or we wouldn't always have like dinner rolls or something, or like garlic toast, not all the time. Or at least if we had garlic toast, we'd make ghetto garlic toast. Like, you put the butter and the garlic powder and the parsley on there yourself. But Yeah, so we went through a lot of bread. We probably always had a slice of bread with a meal. Like my dad just liked to have bread with a meal. Like most of the time, make a sandwich or to sop some gravy up or something like that. We always had hamburger helper because we ate a lot of that, which I actually really liked hamburger helper growing up. And with some of them that was really good. Like it's this lasagna one. That one's the bomb. What else? I love the tuna one, like the cheesy tuna one. That one good. And Gavin loved hamburger helper. Hamburger helper. I had made that for him one time, and Gavin would eat that all the time if he could. He liked like the cheesy cheeseburger one, which I ain't too good to eat hamburger helper. I ain't opposed to it, but it's just like I don't want it all the like as often as Gavin would want it. Gavin would eat it every day. Y'all, how I get on this subject is saying what all we had. We're bulk shopping. I don't even know how I get on this topic of groceries. I really don't. Oh, because I was talking about going to go to Aldi's to get those wings that my dad always had. Okay. I gotta dig myself out that rabbit hole simply, okay? Alright, we got it. We're good. And P would have been there with me too. She didn't know. She was like, alright, you said this because thank you for keeping me on track. So yeah, anywho, all that to say that I gotta get to Aldi so I can get some of them chicken wings, because I had got some recently, but then when my brother had brought one of my old co-workers, they like cool now, and he was hating on the leftovers, but they was probably over a week old at that time. And like I'll eat stuff over a week old, but I won't subject anybody else to it. And my brother will eat it too. Like he said, if it passes smell test, then we good. Okay. So I made him something fresh, and it was the chicken wings or whatever. But I want to get some more because I didn't eat them. They come in a bag now, but my dad always kept those. Pierogies was another thing that he always kept, which I want some pierogies now. I've been wanting them for a minute. It's a pierogi place near me, actually. It's kind of random. It just appeared there. I feel like it's where this Little Caesars used to be, which I'm sorry the Little Caesars ain't there no more. I think it closed during the pandemic, but that's kind of unfortunate because now I got to go to one further away if I want to get some Little Caesars, and y'all know I like that calzone. Okay. I had wanted to talk about Love Is Blind because I finished watching the 4th season, so now I'm on season 5. Let's see if I can do this real quick. And this is a spoiler alert, so if you have not watched Love Is Blind season 4, just put me on mute. I'm probably gonna take it to the end of the video. So yeah, just put me on mute, but don't turn me off. Let me keep playing, okay? Okay, so Love Is Blind season 4. First of all, Jackie is trash. Okay, absolute trash. She was a person who was like choosing between. It was a couple different love triangles that in the 4th season, and she was a part of one. She was debating or going back and forth between Josh and Marshall, and then Marshall kind of had her see how manipulative Josh was being, because Josh had said that he was going to pack. He was like, are you I need to know who you choosing, because if it's not me, I'm about to pack up my bags or whatever. But meanwhile, he wasn't going nowhere. He just said that so that she could make a decision quickly or whatever, because she was open and honest about, having another connection with somebody else and stuff like that. And then he was also throwing shade. Josh was throwing shade on Marshall. Like, he had been listening to what Marshall was saying about Jackie. And I think he went back and said something to Jackie too. And it was just like, dang, and Marshall was pissed. Like, Marshall was ready to fight. Okay. Damn, somebody that I thought I could trust been sitting here listening to me and plotting on, plotting on my girl, basically, you know what I'm saying? And so that was back in the pods, but she did end up ultimately choosing Marshall. But then she just started acting weird after they got out of the pies. Like, she was just so, like, I don't even know. I mean, it seemed like her home life was very stressful, and she was just so sad and down about that. And then, like it just seemed like she had just turned or whatever, and he was trying to, like, make sure that they were good. Like, so one night they had, when I think they all got together with the other couples and stuff like that, and, like, he was just trying to make sure, like, he didn't want to go to sleep with there being a problem over their head. And she was saying it was good, but he felt like there was still a problem. That was like the last straw for her, because she was like, it was like midnight and she wanted to go to sleep or whatever. So that was like, oh, whatever. She also told him that he was soft, basically. And I'm just like, dang, like, that's kind of like, you know, a gut punch to a man's ego or whatever. I mean, I guess that you want to be, you know, honest or whatever. But god dog, like, you gonna tell that man he's soft? And basically, like, he wasn't manly enough for her and stuff. Like, he was too emotional and stuff. And that's trashy, because, like, you want a man to be, like, you don't want nobody that can't show no emotion or whatever. Honestly, I just don't feel like how she thought Josh was more manly than Marshall, because Josh soft to me. He seemed real soft and real petty and manipulative, and she just fell right into the trap. So how they edited this episode, I don't know if this is how it happened, and she said it wasn't how it happened, but how they edited it, it looked like it looked like the day she was supposed to go try on her wedding dress, because the weddings was like in a couple days or whatever. She had went to go have lunch with Josh or whatever and kiss my man and everything. Now, it do seem like she did. Now, whether it was that same day, it seemed like she hadn't told Marshall that they, you know, were over before she met up with Josh and was all kissing up on that man or whatever. And then, I don't know, just afterwards, they just trying to make it, I don't know, they just was throwing a lot of shade Marshall's way, and I just don't like it, okay? And I don't like her, okay? She messy, she, like, just, I don't even understand how you could, like, I don't know. And, like, why did you choose him? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was the case. So, I ain't like her. I don't like Josh. I hope Marshall found. Well, he did. Well, when I watched the episodes, like, it'd be like a year later or whatever, he found him a little love, so that's cool. Next, who was it? Bliss and Zach, I believe is his name. So Zach, he was choosing between two women. He made the wrong choice and chose Irina and this other group was Irina and oh gosh, this is gonna eat me alive. Irina and Irina's little best friend or whatever. I don't feel like stopping it to look it up, but I feel like I need to look it up because I can't remember her name. Oh gosh, and then Paul and Micah. Okay, Micah and Irina was like best friends in the pods or whatever, but they was the cattiest little something or others or whatever. And I feel like both of them, like, they had people. Well, no, Irina just seemed like she was just. It seemed from what they showed, she just was focused on Zach. It don't seem like she was, you know, dating anybody else or whatever. So, anywho, Irina and Michael were very messy. It seemed like they made their choices just so that somebody else couldn't have the guy that they wanted or whatever, or the guy that they chose, because it don't really seem like they really was into them for real. So Bliss, and then I can't believe that Zach, I guess basically Zach felt like he was taking the easy way out when he chose Irina initially, because he felt like it was going to be hard for Bliss and him to work or whatever. Like, he didn't feel like her family would accept him. He just felt like it was going to be a lot tougher to make it work with Bliss than Irina, so he chose the easy way out, as he explained it, and other reasons or whatever. And so, but Irina, like, it happened to be Zach's birthday while they was still in the pods, and Bliss, like, went through all the trouble of, like, making his birthday real special, baked them cupcakes and everything, had some balloons, candles for him, I think. And while Irina gonna sit up here and try to ask Bliss if she could borrow some of whatever, I forget what it was, but some of the birthday supplies that Bliss had to give to Zach. And it's just, even knowing that they both are dating the same guy, it's just like, girl, how messy could you be? Why you think I'm gonna give you some of the stuff that you ain't take the time to think about him or do nothing for him for his birthday or whatever? But he ended up still choosing Irina or whatever. And then when they got out the pods, now I will say Zach looked creepy. He definitely looked not okay. But after the regular season, like at the reunion, he ended up grown his beard out, and I'm so grateful because he looks so much better with a beard. He looks creepy without a beard, okay? But like when they met each other, when Irina and Zach, when they did the little reveal or whatever, you could tell that immediately you could tell that she was not attracted to him or whatever. I could understand, saying my man just looked, but also, you supposed to be, is love is blind. It's supposed to be love is blind. You feel me? Like, regardless of what they look like, you fell in love with the inside or whatever. But anywho, so she was treating him real dirty, like just being real mean to him. Like, like she would be one way with him and one way, when they were in public with other people. And so it was just crazy. And he ended up, like, I think before they didn't even make it back to whatever city they from. I think they was in Texas maybe, but no, Seattle or Washington, the state of Washington. And he was just like, I think we should just call it or whatever. And that was before they even got back to Washington and stuff like that. And then he ended up trying to like connect with Bliss, and they end up working things out. But I feel Bliss was like definitely on the edge, or not on the edge, or on the fence about whether she should she let her ego and like, the fact that this man really didn't, like, he ain't choose me, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm, the feelings of being second best, second fiddle or whatever, because you had your opportunity, but you didn't choose me or whatever. You chose her and stuff. I ain't got engaged to her and everything. But they ultimately did get married, which I'm glad. I'm glad that, because it did seem like they really loved each other, and she was fine with the way he looked or whatever. Like, they just really, like, they both are, quirky nerds and all that good stuff. Like, they just really clicked. And so, she didn't let that stop her from, really, bonding with her true love. Like, she really felt that they were soulmates and stuff like that. But she ain't let him live it down though. She definitely like took little joke jabs at him about it every chance she got or whatever. Her daddy was not with it. Okay, her daddy was like, no, this sound crazy, y'all sound crazy, all that kind of stuff. But it was, I don't know. But like I said, at the end of the day, they got married and they still together or whatever, and it's great. Was about to say, now I think Josh and Jackie recently split up. They didn't get married or anything like that, but yeah. And another thing is that Josh was real catty too. Like, I guess they made a friend. Jackie made a friend in the pods, and he was like, he ain't basically, it didn't seem like they had decided they weren't gonna be friends with this girl or whatever. And the girl was somebody that Josh proposed to, which I feel like either I don't think I was paying attention, or they just didn't show it. They didn't even show the fact that he had got engaged to somebody else. So you in love, all this kind of stuff with Jackie. She the only one, blah, blah, skip, but you didn't propose. Okay, but he didn't propose to another girl or whatever, but Jackie was the one. This is like me hours later. My phone storage was full, and then I ended up having to get on a meeting. So, but I do got time to talk about it, but now I'm gonna wait and save the rest of my thoughts on season 4 in another video, because I'm about to do a TikTok. And yeah, okay, so on that note, I'm gonna peace out on y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know things you see us try, things you see us cook. Interact with us, because we do like to hear from you. And subscribe to the channel. Go ahead, subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notifications the next time we post a video. And we'll see you in the next one.